Hello, friends, and welcome back. We just went through another Thanksgiving. I hope yours was amazing. I wanted to share with you some of our favorite side dishes. Not only are they great for Thanksgiving, but Christmas is coming, and these are all perfect for a ham, a turkey, a goose, whatever it is that you love at your house. These are the perfect side dishes. So I'm going to start with my husband's favorite, and that is Oreo pudding. I actually got this recipe from my sister, and even though I follow her instructions, my husband says it doesn't taste as good as when she makes it. My kids have said that too. So this is one of those recipes that if somebody discovers it at your house, you're the one who makes it best, and no one can make it as good as you. So let that be favorite at your house. And yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm taking 2 of the rows out. Oreo cookies come in 3 rows. I took 2 out and I left 1 row in there. I'm going to crush those and add them in the pudding. That is 2 packages of cheesecake pudding and 1 package of Oreo pudding. And the last row of cookies I crushed up separately and set those aside. And I'm actually going to add this to a trifle bowl. I think it would be beautiful layered like you would do a traditional trifle. But this doesn't have a cake or anything in it. It's just a pudding, but it is so good. And people will be asking you for the recipe, I guarantee it. So this next recipe is my stuffing. Everyone loves the stuffing, including myself. I was going to try another kind this year. I couldn't bring myself to do it. This is the one I love. So actually, one of my nieces spent Thanksgiving with us for the first time, and she had said this was the best stuffing she'd ever had in her life. So why mess with it if everybody loves it? So anyway, yeah, it's just a basic recipe. And of course, I'm going to have all these recipes down in the description box below. And I'll try to break this down. My stuffing recipe, I really don't have an actual recipe that I follow. I just kind of go off of memory and what I feel like it needs. But I'll try to break it down for you as best I can. Notice how it's sticking together a little bit there on the spoon. That's what you want. At that point, you want to add just a little more water because you don't want to dry stuffing. That's the most important thing. You don't want to dry stuffing because I don't have egg in it. It's not going to hold it together. So just being really moist is what holds the stuffing together. So I do use the seasoning packets that come in the bread cubes, but I do add more sage and salt and pepper to it. And I would always suggest taste it as you go and see if it has the right taste to it. And it'll be a little bit warm because you've heated everything up. So yeah, I'm gonna transfer it to a baking dish, and I'm just gonna cover it until it's ready to go in the oven. And this, I made this on the day before Thanksgiving. So the next thing that I'm gonna make in that same pan that I cooked my bacon in, I left about 2 tablespoons of the bacon grease in there and all of the bacon bits at the bottom. And I've added some onions and some mushrooms and a little bit of minced garlic and a couple of cans of cream of mushroom soup and just a little bit of milk, just enough to kind of loosen up that mushroom soup a little bit. And I also add a little bit of cheese to mine. So by this point, all of that bacon bits at the bottom will be worked up and worked into this green bean casserole. This is my version. So I'm gonna top it with the French fried onions and a little bit more bacon. And I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to put it in the fridge until it's ready to go in the oven the next day. Next, I'm going to make a old-fashioned, very sweet corn pudding. It's also known as a corn spoon bread. yeah, it's a really, this could be savory or sweet. I prefer it sweet, and it's very, very good. I serve this with the desserts. You could serve it with your meal. A lot of people will have like a Jello type salad or something that's technically sweet. They serve it with the savory part of the meal. This is one of those things you could serve with the meal, but I personally like to serve it with the desserts because it's so sweet and so good. You could add a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top, or just a little bit of whipped cream, or even by itself. So it's just really good. I used some corn that I had from my garden this year, but traditionally you're going to use cans of corn. So I'm just going to top it with a little bit of melted butter, and I go ahead and do bake this ahead of time, and then I store it. So what I'm doing is washing an orange. I'm washing it really well because I'm going to use it in a wassail, a traditional wassail. And I'm cutting that orange in really thick slices. So you may have drank wassail before. It's similar to a hot apple cider, and you may have seen it in like maybe Little Women, the movie Little Women. But I'm gonna add some cloves to those wide slices of orange, and a little bit of fresh cranberry. Of course, you see a couple of cinnamon sticks there. And I'm also going to prepare snacks for my guests because some of them arrive a couple hours early, and everyone is smelling the turkey in the oven, and I don't know about you, but that makes you really hungry. So I always provide snacks for everyone, and a favorite here is the smoked salmon dip, and I do have a recipe for that. Our turkey this year was smoked. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the best turkey we've done. But our guests are starting to arrive, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera down after this and start visiting with everyone. But I hope your holiday was amazing. I hope you like these recipes. And of course, as always, I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.